Welcome back to my Lemmings United level solving commentary. Um, so from what I've seen in the previous recordings, I decided that I don't really like the way that my voice flares at times, and I admit that can be a little unpleasant to listen to. I think it might have something to do with the gain filter in OBS, and so I decided to lower that and see if that changes anything. I just did a test video on that, and I think it seemed to have somewhat improved it, although it still occasionally does it at times. So if that's the case, then I'll try to adjust it some more so that it's a little more pleasant to listen to in future recordings. But I think for the most part, this will do for the time being, unless I see otherwise when I'm viewing the recording after I'm done. So, in any case, the last time we stopped at Pacifism 30, so let's go ahead and move on. And in this video, I'll be finishing the rest of the rank. So I'll be doing the last 11 levels at this first rank of the pack. So let's go ahead. We are on Pacifism 31, Slipstream. So, as usual, time to load my replay. I think I should really clean this up since even I'm struggling to find my replays at times. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so a little bit more updraft interactions. So here we stack with the first lemming, set that only one lemming slips by. He becomes a glider, so that in the updraft he gets pushes upward. Then I'll send another climber from the crowd. He also becomes a glider. Okay, and then this is where the gliders separate. The second glider will platform across. For the glider that's down here, he's going to be doing some work down here. So I bash through this one-way wall. Okay, prepare this platform so that the crowd can land on it. And then this glider will prepare to work at the bottom down here. So he'll platform to the exit first. And then this glider will stay put for the time being until the work is done. Or maybe not. I guess I started bashing with him already. And the platform is already done anyway, so it's perfectly fine. Then I bash through this one-way wall. And then I prepare the platformers here so that the crowd can use this one. Okay. And the crowd will land on the platform safely due to the updrafts. So, nothing too difficult here. Okay, next one. Pacifism 32. Lemmings Climber Course. Okay. So there's a couple of solutions here. This is the one I use. So I first build up. And then I send one climber up ahead to prepare the route to the exit. Glider, floater. Then I bash for a bit and then I dig down. So that there's a perfectly vertical wall in which the lemmings can climb. Like so. So with that, the climbers will be able to reach the exit. And then what did I do? Did I dig? No, I bashed. I bashed through the staircase. And then the rest of the lemmings, I assign them floaters. Climbers. To get to the exit. And that's it. So with this, I have a walker and a floater left over. Like I said, this is one solution. There's another solution. But I'm not going to show that one off. Because once I solve a load, I just do it in any way possible. So the next one, Pacifism 33, sunny side down. Alright, so this is just about managing the crowd. So at first, mine with the first lemming. One lemming slips by. And then here, two will turn around. And, 1 second here. I think I did something else as well. Yes, I upped the release rate a little bit. So that I get two lemmings to turn around in the minor tunnel. And then the rest of the crowd will fall to the bottom. And then the one lemming that slipped by the minor tunnel, he will mine before the trap. And then these two lemmings that turn to the left, they will become gliders. One will become a glider early, the other one will be delayed so that it bounces off this wall in midair, so that it can platform to the right, while the other one just simply platforms to the left. And then before the miner breaks through, cancel him with a walker, and that's it. So just a little bit of release rate timing here, so that we only get two lemmings to turn to the left to prepare the platforms for the crowd before they arrive. As well as ensuring that one lemming slips by the minor tunnel, but that will always happen given the release rate. Okay, Pacifism 34, the order of U-turns. Okay, so here, this level just pretty much teaches you about how to turn diggers without using builders. Using a builder to turn a digger around is very common, but there are other ways to do it in Lemmings, and not just Lemmings, but in the other engines as well. So here, I wonder what I did to turn the digger around. Something happened. I used the blocker. Okay. So for this, in order to turn the digger to the left, you need to assign the blocker on the digger's right side. And when that happens, the digger will release the blocker on the next stroke, while also turning the digger around. And pretty much the easiest way to see that the digger has indeed turned around is to simply use a skill such as the basher and place your cursor over it to see if the skill shadow goes in the right direction. And then after reaching over here, we dig down again. So at this point, we just simply have a digger and a basher. So obviously here, to turn the digger around, we can't use the basher. And so it's obvious that the digger must be used in order to turn the digger around. Well, not turn him around, but cancel him, let's say. And I wonder when I did that. And I did it right now. Okay. Yeah, that one's a little difficult to see, but to cancel that digger, you want to make sure you assign another lemming a digger when he's facing to the right. And basically to cancel that digger, you pretty much have to dig almost right on top of the digger. You can dig a little bit to the sides and it will still cancel the digger. But the crucial part here is to assign the digger facing to the right, because as you want to bash to the right in order to get to the exit. You don't want to bash to the left, otherwise they will fall into the water and drown. Okay, Pacifism 35. I see you. Now, another level in the polar tile set. So first lemming, I made him a glider. And then a bunch of these will just simply walk to the exit. then I used the second to last lemming as a glider. So here we need 2 worker lemmings at the top, and then 1 of the lemmings at the bottom. Here will bash to the right in order to prepare bridge for this gap. So here we don't have a builder available yet, but that's coming up as soon as one of the gliders gets the pickup skill. So we just picked up the basher and the builder. So now we can use the builder to bridge this gap. And then one of the gliders that's behind, he digs down here. The other one proceeds, and we need to dig down here, otherwise the glider will fall into this ice machine trap and get killed. And then finally, all that's left to do is to bash this one-way wall, the basher that we just picked up. And that's it. Another short, easy level here. It's just all about knowing to use 2 glider lemmings at the top with the left entrance. And basically trying to maximize the gap so that it gives one a chance to get to the pickup skills, and then another one falls close by to dig before him in order to bash the one-way wall. Okay, Pacifism 36, Bloom and Doom. This was pretty much the very first level in this rank that managed to give me some problems. It was pretty much the first real stumper for me. And by that, I pretty much mean a level in which it takes me at least 15 minutes or longer to solve. This is the very first level in this rank that managed to do that. All other levels so far have only taken me 10 minutes or less. But this is the very first one to give me at least 15 minutes or longer. So with the top left, we build up to the left. Then we use a stacker to make a wall so that the lemmings would turn back to the right. And then with this crowd right here, we platform across to make a platform for the top left crowd so that they don't splat. And the lemmings that fall down here, we will mine down and then cancel. And then somewhere in the bottom crowd we bash, and then we also platform to reach this area up here. And that's already pretty much it. So yes, pretty much what makes this level pretty difficult is just the fact that the skill set is very, very limited, and it is somewhat of a tall level as well. So those two things, it can make the level look pretty intimidating, but it's really not. It's just really all about knowing where to place the skills so that you get the most out of them, as well as make progress towards a solution. And this, I believe, is the outdoor tile set from Lemmings 2 to Tribes as well. And then Pacifism 37, Sancta Onipius. This level could also potentially be a problem, just due to the fact that there's a pretty obscure trick that is somewhat well known, but it can still be easily missed. And the trick here is this. So we build to the left with the first builder. We build in such a way that the lemming will hit his head and turn around. And then shortly after turning around to the right, we have to build up. This allows you to isolate a working lemming while the rest of the crowd is still contained and cannot use the builder bridge to the right. And then now that we have a working lemming, he will forge the rest of the path. So here we need to build twice. Dig down. And then build. Bash through. and then build to this platform up here. And then finally, for me to release the crowd, I use the blocker that I have left. Alternatively, the other solution is to simply block with this worker lemming down here, and then seal off this gap with the remaining builder that we have. So, two solutions for this low. You get to take your pick on which one you use. But yes, that this builder trick right here, it's very, very easily missed, even though it is somewhat well known. And do I not bomb him? I'll go ahead and bomb him now. I'm not sure what was up with that. Maybe I didn't bomb him, but in any case, I just took over and did that, since there's pretty much nothing else besides to do that. Okay, Pacifism 38. At the breaking point. This level is pretty much all about canceling skills or walker in mid-stroke, so as to create a nice staircase in which Lemmings can step up. Even though there is terrain above. So I'll let one Lemming go ahead, block the rest of the crowd with blockers. Bash through here and then build over this gap. And then we bash through this wall. Let me time skip this. I haven't really been using it at all in this video. Interesting, since I made very good use of it in the previous video. Okay, and then I canceled that basher with a walker mid-stroke. And then I already ended up releasing a bit of the crowd. I mean, the entire crowd here. And what did I do? Okay, so I guess I'll let the entire crowd go. Okay, and then I assigned the first Lemming that's in here a climber. Dig for a bit and then bash through. And then I canceled the basher mid-stroke so that he is able to step up. And then he's going to mine down. Okay, and then I ended up canceling him with a walker. And next up, bash with one of the Lemmings in this tightly knit group, so that the rest turns around and only the basher gets through. This allows the basher enough time to bridge this gap before the crowd arrives. And then here, I bash through to get to the minor tunnel. And then just as he is pretty close by, cancel him mid-stroke with a walker. So now they are able to step up into that minor tunnel. And then all that's left to do is to simply release the blockers with some walkers, since we have to save everyone here. This blocker that was over here, I think I used 2 walkers, did I not? Okay, now I'm confused. Oh, okay, that walker was for that one. No, so I just used 1 walker. Okay. And then this blocker, I have to use 2 walkers. Since the first walker would simply release the blocker in the original direction that he was going in before becoming a blocker. And since he was going to the right, when he was assigned a blocker, he has to be assigned a walker again. So to turn him back to the left. Okay, and that's it. Time skip this, since it's just walking to the exit, and you don't want to see that. And then Pacifism 39, Symphony of the Night. 6 of everything level here, except for builders, in which you have 8 of them. Let's go. Okay. Zoom out here a little. So I start with the. Whoa, that's a lot of actions going on. Yeah, so I start with the top left, made him a minor. Yeah, I'm getting lost in the action here. So minor here. Sign a climber on the bottom right. Dig and then bash, so that climbers cannot go out to the left. And then what do I do? Oh, and then I assign this guy a floater, assign this guy a climber. Build, of course. Build. One Lemming slips by. Dig down this one-way arrow, one-way wall. Bridge these gaps. What do I do? Okay, and then assign a builder here. He needs 2 builders to get over this gap. Then I assign another climber somewhere. Somewhere. Yeah, I'm getting really, really confused here. Yeah, I don't know where I signed a climber. Yeah, I don't know. I assigned a climber somewhere. Okay, mine out the crowd. And then build to seal this gap. Dig out the rest of the one-way wall. Assign a climber in the top right. Bash underneath the exit, the trap. I assigned someone a floater. Oh, the climber in the top right. Okay, and then bash through these. And then that's it for the top left and the bottom. No, yeah, top left and bottom left. Okay, same thing on this side. Dig down the one-way wall. Mine before the trap. Okay, I bashed out the bottom right crowd. And then I also mine out the top right crowd to the left. And then this way, yeah, none of the lemmings walk to the right. And then finally all that's left to do is to dig this other half of the one-way wall and then bash through these pipes. And then that's it. So here, plenty of skills left over. Pretty much open-ended here. Yeah, did a lot of lightning skill assignments there. And as you can see, I got pretty lost as to where I was assigning the skills. In particular, I still have no idea where I assigned that climber. I think I was really just testing, just to make sure a climber doesn't go out to the left in the bottom left entrance or the bottom left area. But I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to take a close look at my replay and see what really happened. But again, it's been quite a while since I've seen any of my solutions to the pacifism levels. Alrighty, the penultimate level of the rank, Pacifism 40, Fall Like an Egyptian. So, obviously a reference to the Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bengals. Okay. So again, more crowd management. So I build with the second lemming, and then after the third lemming, I immediately max out the release rate. The reason for that is that we want the entire crowd to turn around in the minor tunnel before he breaks through, as we only want one lemming to take the bottom route, and that will be the minor, which he is assigned a glider, and then the second lemming that built up here will platform across. And then what do I do? Oh, I assign the platformer a glider. Okay, he will go on and glide to get down here. And then this bottom lemming he will build twice for this gap. And then first lemming that gets up here, he'll mine down so that the crowd can take this detour. And then the remaining thing to do is to simply bridge the gaps before the crowd arrives. And that's it. Can be a little tricky, but not too difficult. And the final level for this video, as well as the final level of the rank. It is Pacifism 41, as far as peace can go. This was definitely my favorite level of the rank. This rank finisher was just very well done. Even if it was a little, hard. Okay, so with the first three lemmings, I build in such a way that the builders are on top of one another, creating an impassable wall for those that turn back to the left, and so they cannot get past it. So this builder wall is a pretty well-known trick by the community, and Ichigo also made use of it in the final level. Not the final level, the rank finisher of the first rank in his first pack, Lemmings Reunion. So it's just a little drawback to that. So really, this level also managed to stop me for about a day. And it's pretty much because you just have to realize that you're not really holding back the crowd. You just have to keep it going. So the miner that's by himself, yeah, I platform him for a bit and then I build up. And then I platform across. And then this right here is very important. Yeah, this is a 6-pixel wall in which Lemmings can still climb back out to the left and drown in the water. And so to prevent that from happening, we platform at this location so as to make it the wall high enough so that the Lemmings can no longer climb past it. And so that essentially contains the crowd. So the platformer was able to finish his job before the crowd arrives. And then, besides that builder wall that's required at the very beginning, there are other things that also made this load hard as well. And yeah, there we go. So here we build to the right. And again, we want him to hit his head so that he turns back to the left. And then immediately when he turns back to the left, we build so that he is able to reach this area up here while turning around. So this, you will recall, is the trick used in Pacifism 37, Sanctum Anipius. And then we make him a swimmer. And then we platform across. Doesn't really matter if he turns around, since he's by himself anyway. So this level, yes, it is hard, but it was also my favorite level of the rank. Like I said, it's just very well done. given the tricks that are required in this level, and also just very nice music and a very nice tile set, especially with the animated water. It just looks really nice. So this is a very well done rank finisher. I just absolutely love it. Very mind blowing and just amazing in so many ways. Okay, and then I clone so that the clone lemming can mine out the crowd. Okay, and then the other lemming that goes on, he will platform across the water gap. He's even touching the water, but he doesn't drown. That's because the trigger area is a little bit lower. So if I turn on clear physics mode, CPM, the trigger area starts right down here. And so I'm just essentially a pixel right above it. So that's why he's okay. Okay, crowd is mined out. And then all that's left to do is to bash. And then cancel him with a walker. And that's it. Like I said, just very well done. A very nice level to finish off the first rank. Okay, and so with that, we have finished the entire Pacifism rank, the very first rank of the level pack. And from what you may have gathered in the videos that I made for the pack so far, yeah, nothing too difficult in this rank. At least not until you reach the 30s. At least in my experiences. Because again, as I mentioned before, Pacifism 36 was the very first real stomper for me in the rank, in which it took me 15 minutes or longer. All other lows before that took me like 10 minutes or less. Really, the only ones that managed to give me problems was Pacifism 36, as well as this low that was just finished, Pacifism 41. Those two lows took me some time, although Pacifism 41 took me much longer. Yeah, it took me about a day. And again, it can be difficult due to the tricks that are required. But again, despite what needs to be used, it's just a very well done level. I just really love it a lot. And I can assure you, there's plenty of great levels up ahead in the future videos that I'll be recording. So I definitely can't wait to show them off and hopefully, just hopefully, get someone else to play Icho's pack. It's just a very well done pack. And most definitely do not be intimidated by the extreme difficulty of the pack. I certainly wasn't. I felt that I was able to take it on. And yes, I did get a bit nervous, especially as I was nearing the final main rank of the pack. But I just kept coming back to the pack over time, and I was able to get past the roadblocks. Time away from the pack definitely does wonders. Usually what I do in this case is that I simply play other packs in the meantime. And then when I feel ready and refresh, I just simply come back to the roadblocks. And then all that time away, it definitely does help in getting past them. So yeah, definitely give this pack a try. I linked the to the Lemmings forums and the level pack in my previous video, but I think for this one I will also do that as well. So yeah, with the completion of Pacifism 41, that brings us to the second rank, which is neutrality, and the next 10 levels I will cover in the next video. The first 10 levels of neutrality. So with that, until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time.